All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people, lovers of freedom all over the world. And without wasting much of your time, we welcome you once again to Let's Talk TV. Now, let us go straight up to this issue because Musa has been crying concerning this particular information that has actually destabilized the zoo Janjaweed terrorist army. Without wasting much of your time, how Igbo youth shunned army recruitment over Biafra. Take it or leave it, Igbo youth are beginning to think wiser on daily basis because they don't see waiting they happen for the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. Let us go in detail with this confirmatory exposition. The Nigerian army has expressed concern over the low participation of Igbo youth in its ongoing recruitment exercise, attributing the trend to long-standing grievances and perceived marginalization. As of Wednesday, only 200 applicants had registered from the southeast, prompting the army to appeal to youths in the region to seize the opportunity and fill their recruitment quota. This program is necessary because, according to records, only 200 persons have registered from the southeast, while in other states, not less than 4,000 persons have registered. The leader of Army Force Headquarters Recruitment Sensitization Team, Anambra Brigadier General Chima Ekato, had said. Reacting to concerns raised by the Ekato Igbo leader, posited that the lingering effects of the Biafran war and perceived injustices meted out to the region have seemingly created a sense of distrust among Igbo youths towards federal institutions, including the military. Let's continue with the news. It's sad that the lack of interest is being noticed now. It has been there since the end of the Nigerian Biafran War, Okori stated. According to him, after the civil war, Igbo young men and women who applied for job opportunities like other Nigerians were not recruited, and in some cases, recruiting officers would demand impossible bribes from the Igbo applicants. This, he explained, made many youth lose interest, believing that government jobs like the police and the military were not meant for them. Gradually, Ndibo began to look for other means of gainful employment other than federal institutions. So I am not surprised at all on what should be done to reverse the tide. The Abga chieftain said what the government should do if they are really interested in Igbo people taking up their quota is to assure them that they will be given the same level playing ground like other people. They will have to make more effort in convincing our youth. Also speaking, former president of an Igbo socio-cultural organization, Aka Ikenga, Chief Godi Owazurike, said the youth do not see the armed forces as a credible body for which they can enlist and be ready to die for. Owazurike said, right now in Igbo land, the youth fear the armed forces and the police more than they fear the criminal gangs. The armed forces must do more to assure the youth that the armed forces and the police are in Igbo land for the good of the people. The military must be seen as such to be a source of pride for the nations. The same youth eagerly joined the armed forces of other countries such as the United States of America, the United Kingdom, and even Ukraine. Military enlistment must be seen as a professional engagement rather than a last-minute one. In other words, the military must be pride of the nation. Meanwhile, the coalition of Southeast Youth leader Kosiyu said a prevailing notion among young people in the region is that enlistees from the regions are disproportionately deployed to volatile areas in the northeast, particularly regions affected by BH insurgency. According to Comrade Goodluck Ibem, President General of MKC, this perception has created fear and discouragement as many believe that such deployment significantly increase the risk of casualties among soldiers from the southeast. He listed a combination of historical, political, and socio-cultural factors contributing to the hesitancy among Igbo youth to join the military and other security agency. Now, without going further into this issue, because I think this issue has actually been addressed in such a way that people now understand the stance of Biafrans, all over the world. And whether you call them Igbo youth, whether you call them Biafrans, whatever you decide to call them, the reality is that they have taken their stance, and their stance is actually very simple. We are no longer interested in joining the Zoo army. It's as simple as that. So it is high time that the Zoo Janjaweed terrorist army understand this. You cannot continue to kill our people, and yet you still want them to join hands in helping you buy their people over and over again. No, things are not done that way. The Igbo youths have taken their stance not to join the Zoo Janjaweed army. Let me even tell you, I even think the 200 that they are talking is just a made-up number. It's just a made-up number to encourage others that there are some that are still joining. You can also join. It is a made-up number, I can assure you that. Because Igbo youths are doing the needful in making sure that they gain their Biafra fully. It is all about Biafra for now. And we've seen their stance, we've seen their moves, and we will continue to see more. There is no going back on these. If they still bring it up next year, it will reduce. It will still reduce. The numbers that will participate will still reduce more. Until it will get to a time, nobody will be talking about Igbo youth joining the terrorist Janjaweed army. You've packed your brothers who are BH insurgents into the Zoo army. Then you want... I saw a video that is trending online, and I'm going to post it on the next video I'll be dropping, where somebody, an army officer, was confessing he managed to escape because of he was spying the BH, these bandits and terrorists. One of the army from the northern part, I think a Fulani, shot him and told him that you are buying a lot of people. Stop killing too much people. Stop buying too much people. Because he was spying his brother. They shot him. According to him, he managed to survive, that bullet. So this is what Igbos are seeing. We've had, so many people coming out to speak that even the same people that are fighting with them are the ones buying them. It's as simple as that. Now you want our people to go and join your army so that you will continue to buy them. No. Our people are beginning to think and think clearer on daily basis. Now let me leave you with this other important news. It is actually old, but it is gold. Enjoy this video and make sure you share to as many groups and platforms as possible.
Igbo governors in shock as sit-at-home cripples all activities in Biafra land 2 days before Christmas celebration. Hear the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel /television this very moment. Today's date is 23rd of December 2024, and I have very important information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from where you are all over the world. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news, because it's very, very important, I can assure you, my people. The Igbo governors from the place they call southeastern part of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, otherwise known as the hinterland of Biafra, and of course, those political jobbers, the ministers, the senators, all of them serving the interest of the Fulani Caliphate within the Biafra territory, are in shock as I'm talking to you right now all across Biafra land. Today being the 23rd of December 2024, which they all believe should be very, very significant in the lives of all Igbos and Biafrans at large, which they believe could have been the beginning of the end of sit at home in Biafra land. Little did they know that the Biafran people are not pushovers. The Biafran people have sworn to maintain this very civil disobedience until their demand is met. And number one demand is, of course, the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who they are currently incarcerating in the dungeon of a terrorist organization known as the DSS in Abuja. So I don't want to talk too much. I have a lot of videos to play for you from different locations in Biafra land. But before that very video, let us read the report, or should I say the publication from Punch newspaper, Nigeria. Punch is, of course, one of the leading news platforms in the entire Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. And according to their own title, they said, "Sit at home cripples youth shopping, commercial activities in Anambra, in the old Anambra state," the defunct Anambra. But of course, it is not just in the old Anambra state, because the video that I'm going to show you is taken from different locations in Biafra land. So let's read in details and then I'll show you the videos. They said, partial economic and commercial activities were recorded in major cities of Anambra State on Monday as banks, markets, motor parks, business centers, petrol stations, and public premises remain shut over the Monday sit at home. Now, I'm asking the writers and editors of Punch News, why are you sabotaging yourself? Imagine from beginning they said partial listing. They said partial economic and commercial activities were recorded in major cities of Anambra. Partial economic and commercial activities in that same place. After mentioning all the things, both of course banks, markets, motor parks, business centers, petrol stations, and public premises remained shut over the Monday sit at home. So if all these things are shut down today because of Monday sit at home, how comes you started with telling us partial economic and commercial activities were recorded? Why are you sabotaging yourself? This is self-sabotage from Punch newspaper, Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom. Now, they said here, it was gathered that the major markets, motor parks, and other public places were devoid of the huge influx of human and vehicular activities recorded in the past few days as a result of the Yuletide, as the markets and motor parks were under lock and key. So why did you begin with the partial, commercial activities recorded or partial economic activities recorded? Why did you begin with that? Now they continued. The second Niger bridge and major roads across the state had scanty movement as residents remained indoors. If residents remain indoors, so how are you telling us, that witness scanty movement? Why are you telling us witness scanty movement if you have acknowledged that residents remained indoors? Self-sabotage again. Now, police operatives were seen deployed at strategic places at the River Niger Head Bridge, while some operatives were also seen patrolling major streets in order to avoid any breakdown of law and order. No be juju be that. There was apprehension by travelers coming into the southeast over their safety should they embark on their journey on Monday. But the presence of policemen at the River Niger Bridge doused every tension as they ensured free and fair movement of vehicles along the corridors. Let me make it clear that the zoo terrorist police has nothing to do with security. Every Biafran must understand this. The Nigerian police, the zoo terrorist police, and army has nothing to do with security. The security of all Biafrans lies apart from the security given to us by God Himself. The next person or people who secure lives and properties of all Biafrans are the Biafra Liberation Army, the Biafra Defense Forces. They are the only people that can guarantee you security, genuine security from their own heart. Not security on paper, but in reality, the only thing they bring to you is atrocities. What they bring to you is kidnapping. What they give you is criminal activities, all manner of criminal activities, including terrorism. That is what the zoo police bring to the table. They have nothing to offer you. Anything called security is not on their agenda. So everybody should be very, very careful. Monday sit at home continues. Also choir Daniel on 31st of December. The next one. Also choir the next one. Yamanya on the 1st of January. Also choir the next one. Yabulu 25th Christmas Day. Sit at home continues. That is where my fight will start. Anybody who tampers with our sit at home who has already tampered with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and I will not allow that to happen. If you like, call me any name you like. It's none of my business. Now, without further ado, let me play you some of the videos that I have here. And of course, I want every one of us to pay attention to it.
Today is 23rd of December 2024. Monday start home update here in our Pachanga Memory Gate. As you can see, all class are here. Still remain under lock and key for our leader Musa and unconditional release and all their funding in the blessed dungeon. This is Ochanga today, and we are calling Finnish government to define their democracy and free our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Eba. We still know how important today is to all Biafrans, especially this 23rd in the season. But as you can see, everyone was totally shut down. Justice to our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Eba, justice to our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and justice to all Biafrans who detained in DSS dungeon. Today is 23rd of December 2024. Monday start home update here in Ochanja Main Market. As you can see, all plaza still remain under lock and key. It's a dirty protest. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditional release. And for Biafrans be detained in different DSS dungeons. This is Ochanja today. We are calling Finnish government to define their democracy and free our Prime Minister Simon Eba, justice to our leader Master, justice to PM Simon Eba, and justice to all their fans. Today is 23rd day of December 2024. You can see the Sitatum in this side of the world. These are here anyway, precisely. Everywhere shut down on the evolution. No one cajoled enough for them to be. They want freedom. We have decided to seek for freedom. Biafra needs freedom. We have gotten it. We have declared and it is done. So if you see me to say everywhere, this global is reporting from my about state precisely. So please let everyone get this message to say everywhere. Let them know that we have gone. That this sit at home is indefinite. It's indefinite. No one will stop it. It is happening and it is happening. And no one can stop this. You can see everywhere shut down the evolution. Everywhere shut down. No one can show them. They say we love money. But I can say that they have shut down their market for 10 they believe some more. Because freedom is the key. The market has shut down. This is about state. This global is reporting on this side of the world. Sit at home continue. We have declared Biafra and redeclare it, and Biafra is here. Defend your territory. Kudos to Biafra government in exile. Kudos to USB and kudos to Prime Minister Simon Eba, who have declared to be, and today is being obeyed everywhere. Global news. 23rd of December 2024. Sit at home in the south of the world is 150%. Everything is cool and calm. The shopping center. Global news reporting from this region, about state precisely. Everything is shut down. Everything is shut down.